The man in the mirror isn't me. I never believed in the supernatural. My name is Ethan Graves, and I've lived my life by logic, order, and reason. I'm a software engineer, a creature of habit. Wake up, coffee, code, sleep, repeat. Nothing in my life was out of the ordinary. Until the morning the man in the mirror blinked when I didn't. It started subtly. I was brushing my teeth, half asleep, when I noticed a tiny delay in my reflection. I raised my left hand, and the reflection did the same. Half a second late, I blinked. He blinked, then smirked. I jerked back, foam still dripping from my mouth, eyes wide with disbelief. I leaned in. My reflection leaned in too, but not quite right. His gaze didn't meet mine. It was off, tilted slightly, like he was looking over my shoulder. I turned. Nothing. Shaken, I laughed it off. Maybe I was just tired. Maybe the mirror was warped. Maybe I was going insane. But the next day, things got worse. Day 2, I stood before the mirror again. This time, fully awake, fully alert. I studied every movement. He followed me exactly until I scratched my cheek. He didn't. Instead, he tilted his head, grinned wide, and mouthed something. I couldn't hear it, but I could read lips. Let me out. I stumbled back, knocking over the soap dispenser. My heart thudded in my chest. The mirror had gone back to normal. My reflection now moved exactly with me, like it should. No grin, no delay. I left the bathroom and didn't return until nightfall. Day 3, I covered the mirror with a towel. Whatever was going on, I didn't want to see it. But mirrors are everywhere. In my phone screen, the black screen of my monitor, a puddle on the sidewalk, and in all of them. I started seeing things. In the reflection of my monitor, I saw him again, standing still when I was moving. In my phone screen, I caught a glimpse of him smiling when I was frowning. Sometimes he'd wink. Sometimes he'd raise a hand and tap the inside of the screen. Then the dream started. Day 4, I dreamed I was inside the mirror. It was the same world, only colder. Everything had a bluish tint. My apartment was reversed, but somehow wrong. Shadows clung to corners like spiderwebs. The air felt heavy, thick, like breathing underwater. And he was there, the other me. He stood in the kitchen, smiling that sick grin. His eyes were wrong, no irises, just a dull, endless grey. He whispered again, "Let me out, Ethan. You don't belong here anymore." I woke up screaming. My mirror was uncovered. I don't remember removing the towel. Day 5, I tried breaking the mirror. I took a hammer, aimed, and swung. The glass shattered with a loud, clean crack. Shards flew everywhere, glittering in the morning sun. But in the fractured pieces, I saw dozens of him. Dozens of twisted reflections, all smiling, all staring. I swept the pieces up and dumped them in the trash. That night, I boarded up every reflective surface in my home. My phone stayed off. My computer unplugged. I even wore sunglasses indoors to avoid catching glimpses in windows. Day 6. It didn't help. I saw him anyway. Not just in reflections now. I began seeing flashes of him in the real world, standing behind me in a crowd, sitting across from me on the subway, watching from alleyways. Every time I looked again, he was gone. And yet, every time I passed someone with sunglasses or caught a gleam of a car window, I saw him clearly, closer now, sometimes mouthing my words as I spoke, sometimes mimicking my expressions, but wrong, distorted. Sometimes standing still while I kept walking. Day 7, I stayed home from work, locked all the doors, blocked every reflective surface. He still got in. At 3:33 a.m., I awoke to the sound of glass breaking, not outside, not in the hallway. Inside my bathroom. The mirror I had smashed was whole again. And he was there, waiting. He didn't move when I entered. He just stared. Then slowly, deliberately, he raised his hand and pressed it against the inside of the glass. My body moved on its own. I stepped forward, raised my hand, pressed my palm against his. The glass felt warm, too warm. Then, soft. Day 8. I think I'm going crazy. People say I look tired. My coworkers say I've been acting strange. My boss told me I've been showing up to work late, even though I've been at home the whole time. I showed him the sick note. He stared at me like I was lying. I called my sister. She said we talked 2 nights ago. I didn't. That night, I recorded myself sleeping. I placed a webcam in my room, pointed it at my bed. The footage was corrupted, except for a single frame. In it, I'm standing in front of the mirror, smiling. Day 9. I don't remember getting out of bed. But when I woke up, I was standing in the bathroom staring into the mirror again. His face was pressed up against the glass, eyes wide, grinning. But this time, he was mimicking me perfectly. There was no delay, no distortion, just me. Perfectly reflected, as if he had learned. He mouthed a final phrase before the mirror went black. Your turn, day 10. Today, something is wrong. Everything looks the same, but feels different. Colors are off, sounds echo too long. People avoid me. A dog growled at me on the street and wouldn't stop until I left. I checked the mirror. He's gone. There's no reflection, just an empty room staring back. Day 11, I see him everywhere now, but not in glass, in the real world. He walks like me, talks like me, took my place at work, answers my phone. He's in my apartment, living my life. I saw him walking hand in hand with my sister. She smiled at him like nothing was wrong. I screamed her name. She didn't hear me. No one hears me. I'm trapped. Day 12, I found another mirror, in an old thrift store covered in dust. It was my only chance. I looked inside and saw my apartment, my real one. And there he was, sitting at my desk, typing, living, being. I called out to him. I begged, I shouted, I cried. He looked up, smiled, and turned the mirror to face the wall. Final entry. If you're reading this, if you find this journal, remember, don't trust your reflection. Cover your mirrors, break your screens, avoid the glass. Because once he learns how to be you, you're the one who disappears. And when you scream for help from the other side, no one will hear you, not even yourself. The end.